Today we're going to take a look at lesson 4. Okay, so we're going to be reading and writing multiple digit numbers using base 10 numerals, number names, and expanded form. Okay, as you can see for number 1 and 2, I've already gone ahead and labeled the place value charts. So if you've not done that yet, you can feel free to pause and do that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our first number here is 90,523. So we're going to label the units, and then we're going to represent the number on the place value chart. And all we're going to be doing is writing our numbers. So we're going to start with the ones place and work our way to the left. Okay, so we'll put in 3, 2, 5, 0, 9. And now what we're going to do is we're going to write the number in word form. We're going to write it how we would say it. Okay, so to read that number, we would say 90,000, comma. Okay, when there's a comma in the word, the number, there's also a comma in the word too. So 90,523. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to write it in expanded form. So we're going to start at each digit and write what that value is for each digit. So now that 9 is in the 10,000s place, so we're going to write 90,000 plus. We don't need to write anything for the 0, so we're going to go to the next digit, plus 500, plus 20, plus 3. Okay, so when you have a 0, you don't need to write anything for it. You can just jump to the next place that has a value. Okay, moving on to number 2, now we have the number 905,203. So kind of similar numbers, but we're shifting them around a little bit. So again, start with the ones place and work your way to the left. And then we're going to write it in word form. So to read that number, we would read it as 905,000 comma, because there's a comma after the 5, 203. Okay. Now, in expanded form, you see we have a couple zeros this time, so we're just going to be skipping over those places. So, starting with a 9, we have 900,000 plus 5,000 plus 200 plus 3. Okay, so we skipped over the tens place and the 10,000s place. Okay, moving on to question number 3 here. We're going to be doing basically the same thing, but without the place value chart onto this table. So, we have our word form of 2,480. So in standard form, it's going to look like this, 2,480. And then to write it in expanded form, it would look like this, 2,000 plus 400 plus 80. Okay, moving on to the next one, they give us the expanded form. So you can see that we have 20,482. So 20,000, comma, 482. Okay, and then standard form looks like that. Okay, so now we're back to the word form. So we have 64,000, we can write that, 106. Okay, so it looks like that. Okay, now we can add them up with expanded form, 60,000 plus 4,000 plus 100 plus 6. Okay, so our last two, we're going to have to do word form and expanded form. Okay, so here we have 600, 4,000, comma, 16, because we have no hundreds. So expanded form is just 600,000 plus 4,000. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because we're not going to add 16, we're going to add 10, then 6. So we're going one place at a time. And finally, the last one, we have 960,000 into expanded form, 900,000 plus 60,000 plus 60. Okay, remember, even though this is a large number, we only have to write 3 places in our expanded form. Okay, so finally number 4, our word problem, is black rhinos are endangered. There's only 4,400 left in the world. Timmy read that number as 4,400. His father read the number as 4,400. Who reads the number correctly? And use pictures, numbers, or words to explain our answer. Okay, well, both of them are actually reading it correctly, because you could read that number either way. So, Timothy and his father are both reading it correctly. Okay. How do you explain why? Okay. Because 40 hundreds plus 4 hundreds is 44 hundreds. Okay. And then we could even draw a quick little number chart, place value chart here, and show it looks like that. So 4,400 or 4,400. Okay, because 40 hundreds equals 4,000.